Hello guys, welcome to our channel TechJet Studio. From this video we will be starting a new segment that will be totally based on C, C++ and Java. So in this segment I will teach you some of the shortlisted programs that are mostly asked in placements or during competitive exams. In this session I will divide this into two parts. That is, first we will learn the algorithm of the program and then we will do the implementation. So algorithm will help you better understand the program. For today I have brought a program called a prime number. That is, if any user enters the number, the program should be able to tell whether it is a prime number or not. So first we will begin with jotting down the algorithm. Okay, so I will begin with the algorithm first. Algorithm tells us how does the flow of the program is, that is how the execution is done. So first step would be starting it, okay, starting the execution, and second step would be we have to declare the required variables. Okay, second step would be declaring the variables that we need to use in the program, and third one would be initializing. So if there are any variables which are to be initialized to some default values, this should be done in the third step. Okay, so I will be using a variable called as flag here, which will be initialized to 1 initially. Okay, and I will also use a variable called I, which I will initialize to 2. Okay, so the fourth step would be scanning of input. Scanning of input is like accepting the input from the user. Okay, so here the user input will be any number. Okay, and the fifth step would be performing the operation. So here we will do a mod operation. So its step would be if remainder of num mod I equals 0, then we have to change the flag status to 0 and break the loop. Okay, so this would be our operation, and we have to also increment the I for the next iteration. And then sixth step would be displaying the output. Like suppose if flag stays, if flag is 0, then we have to display the output as prime, not prime, and else a prime. Okay, so this is the basic algorithm. I will show you the proper implementation in our programmer implementation section. Okay, so we will continue with that.
Hello guys, welcome back. So I have already explained you how does the program work during our algorithm session. So now I will begin with the implementation of the program. So I will be doing all the programs in Ubuntu. So we will first begin with the C program. So I have already noted down my header file. This is our header file. Now the execution always begins from the main class. So first we have to declare our variables. Num. So this num variable I will use for accepting the input from the user. So the print line would be enter any number. Okay. So the scan line for the C is %d, and push num, and return 0. Okay, so we have to also give the return type for the main method. I will save this and I will check whether this executes properly. cc prime dot c. Yeah, okay, so we have no error as such. So I will, yeah, so it accepts the input. Yeah, so it has accepted. So our program is running correct until now. So now we have to implement the logic. So we have to also declare a variable called flag, and I will initialize it to 1. Okay, so now we will begin with our mod operation. So mod operation we have to perform it from, I will take one more variable called I equal to 2, and I is less than equal to num by 2 I plus plus. So what this loop tells us that we are beginning our iteration from I equal to, that is 1 can divide any number. So we are defaultly beginning from 2, and this is the number that we have scanned. So I'm dividing this number by 2 because no number which is greater than half of the original number can divide it properly or wholly. So num divided by 2. Inside this, I have to give a if condition. So if condition, we have to perform the mod operation, that is n mod I. If it's equal to 0, then we have to set our flag to 0. Okay, and we have to break the loop and come out of it. Okay, so I am closing my for loop here. So what does this logic stands for? Okay, this whole thing. So this if tells you that if any number from 2 to the number less than num divided by 2 divides the original number wholly, then flag will be set to 0. That means the number is not a prime number because it has been divided by the number which is not 1 and itself. Okay, so it is not a prime number. That's why we have to print the result accordingly. So we will use one more if here. If not a flag, then printf the the number is not prime, else printf the number is prime. So I think this should work. Let's check. If we have no errors, I'll execute it. I'll give you the number 7. Yeah, the number is a prime number. Let's check for a non-prime number. Just give number 6. Yeah, this is not a not prime number. Okay, so our program is working good so far. So this is how you implement a logic to find out whether a number is prime or not in C. Okay, now we will do the same program in C++. Okay, so first I will save my file such as prime1.c++. Okay, so wholly the logic remains in, just the implementation differs. So for IOs, that is input and output, we have a header file called as IO stream. Okay, and we have to use a namespace. Okay, this is our namespace, and we will again begin with our main method. So what I will do is I will just copy the whole program and I will show you the changes. Okay, so main remains same, the declaration remains same. So we don't have a printf statement in C++. What we have is cout. Okay, we don't close it. We don't have the scanf also. We use a input method called as cin, and we don't need to specify the access specifier or data type. Okay, so all other things remain same in this logic, just the well, you can also make use of printf statement in C++, but C++ has its own method for input and output. Those are cin and cout. So yeah, that's it. I think this program should work fine. Okay, we have got some error. I've missed a semicolon here. Okay, rerun the program. Okay, I have to. Yeah, out. So it's asked for number. I'll just give 11. Yeah, this number is a prime number. Okay, and let's check for non-prime number. It's just 9. Yeah, this is not a prime number. Okay, so the logic remains same, irrelevant of any programming languages. Just implementation differs. So I will do the same program again in Java. So now we will begin with our Java program. So Java has the separate header files from that of C and C++. So the it should be import java.util.scanner. Okay, scanner class is used to get the input from the user. So class prime. In Java, the main method is written inside a class, and you should have the file name that is similar to this class name. Okay, so I will write my main method static void main string August. Okay. Now I will use a boolean type variable in this program. So boolean flag. So boolean type variable always has two types of value, that is either true or false. Okay, so I will assign this to true. Now we have to create an object of scanner class. So I will create an object. Okay, so we have created an object of scanner class which we will use to scan the input from the user. Now I will enter a prompt message dot out dot println and enter the number. So yeah, after this I will declare a num variable which will store the scan number. So scan dot next int. This is how we scan the input in Java. Okay, and I have to close the scan method here. And rest of the logic and this remains same. So I'll just copy this. Just that we have to give flag as false, okay, as we have taken it as a boolean variable. So now if true, or you can use if flag system dot out dot println, this is prime number, else yeah. So we have to close the main method here, close the class here. Let's save this program as prime.java. So let's execute this. So got some error, false, and okay. Enter this P capital, and so error at false. Okay, so program is compiled now. We will execute it. Prime. Set asks for a number. Just enter a number. Yeah, this is a prime number. Now we will test it for a non-prime number. So I will give it here 12. This is not a prime number. Okay, so I have explained you the same logic through all the programming languages such as C, C++, and Java, where the implementation differs but the logic remains same. This is how this segment will be. I will be getting new videos or new programs for you, which will make you easy to build your logics. If you have some suggestions that if you want something to focus upon, or to emphasize, or to uh, make videos separately on different programming languages, please do hit the comment box and write the suggestions over there. We will surely take action upon it. And don't forget to subscribe our channel. We will be getting more videos of this kind, and we will be having more segments coming up. So please do share, like, and subscribe our channel. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching.